In the quiet corners of the world, where moonlight barely enters the thick shade of out-of-date trees, there exists a spot alluded to similarly as the vacant. It is a space of shadows, where reality darkens with imaginative brain, and the line among dream and sharpness hazy spots to nothingness. The void isn't a spot one unintentionally finds unexpectedly. It charms individuals who are lost, those who search for solace, and individuals who harbor insider realities excessively significant to try and think about bearing. Its entrance is covered up inside the curved basic underpinnings of an old oak, and only those with a heart upset by dinkiness can find it. Our story begins with a young woman named Elara. She was not any more unconventional to trouble. Her life had been a movement of misfortunes, each leaving a scar on her soul. Exactly when her sweetheart sister disappeared out of nowhere, Elara's distress consumed her. She wandered through life like a ghost, her steps resounding in void corridors. One moonless night, Elara incidentally viewed as the void. The passage uncovered itself to her, a shimmering curtain of mist that isolated when she reached it. She wandered through, and the world changed. The air had a fragrance like drenched earth and neglected to recall memories. Shadows grasped to her like cobwebs, mumbling favored experiences nobody yet she could hear. Inside the void, Elara experienced animals unlike any she'd known. The shadow folk, as they called themselves, were ethereal creatures, half-formed, half-disregarded. They moved in moonlight, their improvements fluid and torturing. Their eyes held records of lost love, bad form, and mourn. Elara found that the void was a place of recuperation. Here, shadows could be fixed, and broken hearts re-established. However, there was an expense. The shadowfolk mentioned stories. Not just any records, but those mysterious significant inside the openings of one's soul. Elara wavered, for her own story was a weaving of torture and unfairness. Be that as it may, she had come searching for answers about her sister. The shadowfolk promised to uncover the truth, accepting that she shared her most dark secret. Consequently, by the gleaming light of 1,000 fireflies, Elara focused on her most profound sentiments. She examined want of a subsequent when love went to resent, and how she had wished her sister away. The shadowfolk tuned in, their eyes shimmering with understanding. They wove her story into the surface of the void, and subsequently, they mumbled the truth. Elara's sister had not vanished at this point, had promptly moved over to the void a long time back. She had become one of them, a creature of shadows, continuously moving in moonlight. Elara wailed, clashed among pleasure and pain. She could rejoin with her sister, yet gave that she remained in the void. The expense was steep. Right now she picked love over life. Consequently, Elara joined the shadowfolk, her body obscuring into haze, her heart finally settled. By and by, when the moon is full, you could observe Elara's framework among the old trees. She raises a ruckus around town floor with her sister, their laughing resonating through the void. Their story lives on, an account of compensation, recuperation, and the shadows that difficult situation all of us. Hence, dear peruser, recall this, infrequently, the most dark spots hold the most splendid insider realities. Likewise, the shadows we fear may be our salvation. New moon sparkles.